Hey y'all, I'm back with another declutter video, and this time it is my foundation declutter here. If you're new, I'd love for you to join the fam, so hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so that way you stay notified of when I upload. I'm going to go ahead and link reviews that I have of several of these foundations down below. So I have acne prone, oily combination skin type year round. I have a total of 14 foundations here. Some of these I haven't even tried, which are the ones over here. So I'm going to go ahead and get these out of the way. This one is from Perfect. I think I got this in like a gift with purchase. It's their Skin Perfecting Gel Tinted Smoothing Primer. I thought this was a foundation. We'll scratch this one because it's actually a primer, and I'm going to do a primer declutter, and I'm going to do a separate video. This one is from Hourglass, and it's the Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation Stick. Look at how tiny it is. It's in the shade beige, which I don't know if that's going to match me. It looks kind of dark. We'll go ahead and give it a little swatch here. Doesn't really matter on my hand. I'd really have to swatch it on my face. Just did a little tiny bit right here because that's actually a generous amount of product considering a little goes a long way with this. I do want to buy a full size of this, but I'm going to see how it works with my skin. I don't know if you guys can see that swatch. It's really dark on me. Next one is also another gift. I believe I got it at Ulta. And this is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation. They didn't have my foundation shade. They ran out and all they had was Golden Ivory 08. And this is really light. I don't even know if these oxidize, but it's a little guy like this. I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys a little bit of a swatch here. I'm hoping it had better packaging. I don't know. I think it's too light for me. Maybe I can make it work with like some bronzer. We'll see. I'm gonna still test it out. So it could be a match for my face. So I'm gonna keep that one. This one right here is the N Wild MegaCushion Foundation SPF 15. I have a love-hate with this. It looks really pretty, but it just makes me oily because this is more for like a dry skin type. It does have like a dewy finish. It opens up in this compact, and then I did like the application or the applicator sponge. You just pop that little part open right there, and then you get your product in the sponge right here. It is a light coverage. I can't remember if the claim is medium coverage, but it's definitely not full coverage because it is a cushion foundation, so they tend to be on the lighter coverage side. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one just because I spent the money on it, so I'm gonna try to get a few uses out of it. I was hoping it was gonna be a hit because I've been wanting something really light, so that's why I purchased this one right here for on my no makeup days when I don't want to have something heavy, but I want to have something on my face. So I thought this was going to do the trick. It's the e.l.f. BB Cream with SPF 20. This stuff, it smells, I don't know, it smells really weird. Oh gosh, it's already like spewing out. It's very floral, like old-fashioned floral smelling, and it's very thick and it feels very heavy, and I don't like it. Like if you have really super duper dry skin, you might love this, but I hated it. It's really heavy, it's really sticky. I'm not gonna make a review on this just because the product was that awful. I don't feel bad getting rid of this because it was only a few dollars. I'm really sad that this product didn't work for me as just like a BB cream, and the coverage sucked. It basically is like if you had a lotion and you added just a little bit of foundation to it, this is basically it. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this. This little guy right here is currently in my Project Pan 7 Summer Flings, or mini summer flings. So it's a bunch of mini products. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. This is in a shade 5.0. Oh, by the way, this one is in the shade 108A Nude Beige. This one, I was watching my review on this one and I still have the same love-hate relationship with it. It acts really funny and it separates on my nose. It doesn't do anything on the rest of my face, but just my nose. It just hates my nose for some reason. I'm going to try to use this up. I like how it looks, and it is medium to full coverage. I don't recommend trying to build this up because it can get cakey really fast. So just be careful with this because it is very opaque. I use a sponge, so I think that's why I'm able to get away with adding a little bit more coverage if I need to. But if you're using a brush, just be careful. I'm going to keep this one. This one here is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Cream. This is in the shade Light. Back when I was building my foundation collection, I saw this one at the little register area, how they have those little small travel size products at Ulta's checkout line. So I grabbed this one, and it's just really old. I love the coverage. It's like a medium full. It's like full coverage, but not super full coverage. So I don't know. I'm going to say it's like a medium full coverage. Like it covers really good. Anyways, but it does have a little bit of a natural finish. It's not dewy and it's not matte. It does have SPF 50, so that's really good. I am considering buying another little guy like this, but in the shade medium. The smell of it's kind of like a citrus, a very light citrus lemon scent. Some people don't like it. I really don't mind it because I love citrus. This is just really old, so I'm actually going to trash this one. I don't have anyone to give it to, and like I said, it's really, really old. I think it's going on 3 years already, so I'm just going to go ahead and trash it. This next one is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation. This is in the shade Creamy Beige. It's the neutral one. Now, I'm kicking myself because I'm trying to go through this somewhat fairly quickly because I want to get, I don't know if it's golden beige or just called golden, but that one's more warm undertone, and this one just looks really pink on me, and get something lighter and something with a warm undertone. I love this foundation. This has been my favorite for 2018. It is my holy grail so far. With my skin type, this foundation does not get oily. Like, I get a little bit of shine on my nose and that's about it, but everything else just stays matte and it just looks so good. So obviously I am gonna keep it. This is a Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is in the shade Warm Nude. I feel like this one's a little bit too light for me, so I sometimes try to mix it with my Wet n Wild Creamy Beige or Cream Beige foundation to kind of lighten this one up back here and to just give me a more natural finish when I don't want like a super matte finish that this one, well, this one's not super matte. It kind of gives like a natural matte, or yeah, natural matte finish. It's like a satin finish. But this one is a very skin-like, very healthy finish. I don't mind it. It is medium coverage. I think their description says medium full. For me, I think it's medium considering I have a lot of blemishes to cover and it doesn't completely cover them up. But I like this foundation. It's just so beautiful on the skin. There's people out there that have oily combination skin that they absolutely hate it. It just works for me, and I love mixing it with other foundations to kind of give the matte foundations that I have a more of a like skin-like healthy natural finish. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. Up next is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. This is in the shade Buff. This is also very, very light for me. I sometimes mix in my NYX Pro Foundation Mixer drops, and this is in the shade Olive. I'll talk about that at the very end. This one is full coverage. I'd say it's almost like a dupe to the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. It is like a matte finish. I don't know why my skin doesn't like this. I've tried different ways and I'm still trying to experiment, but this is not really working for me. I make sure that my skin is hydrated so no more oil like tries to, you know, come through out of my skin, but this just makes me so oily and I do not know why. I want to love this so bad, and I'm still keeping it in my collection because I want it to work for me. I'm still gonna try to work with this, so I'm gonna keep it. This one is from Essence. I don't even know if you guys can even buy it anymore. I found this at Target and I've seen it at Target a few times in the past couple months. It might be just exclusive to Target. This is the Essence Pure Nude Makeup Natural Finish No Makeup Feel Foundation, and it's a super like light coverage. I do not like the smell. I'm gonna get rid of it. It just smells like chemicals so bad. That's kind of what turns me off. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this one because this one's almost as old as the It Cosmetics one back here. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. I've had this one forever and you can see it's like still full. I'm still way down here with it. I do want to do a review on this one just so that, you know, my review's out there. I know it's already old and everyone's already reviewed it, but I want to have all my reviews of the foundations that I own. It is very full coverage, and if you're not careful, it will cake easily. It is a matte finish, and well, I think it's kind of like a demi matte finish because it does have a little bit of natural finish to it, but if you set it, then it gets really, really matte. I definitely recommend this for people with oily skin. Dry skin people can probably get away with this if you use like a very hydrating moisturizer or hydrating primer, or even if you apply some type of priming oil. I know NYX has one that's super affordable, and mix it together with this. You'll probably end up loving this foundation. I really like this. I need to use it more because I'm all about the cake face. I do have one nitpick thing with this, is that It also acts like the e.l.f. one. Makes me not super oily as the e.l.f. one, or I do get oily with this one. Like I said, I don't know why these like super full coverage foundations just make my skin really oily when I wear them, even though I hydrate my skin so that way my face doesn't overproduce oil, you know? So I don't know, I'm torn. I really want to keep this because this is like basically one of the first high-end foundations that I've purchased, so it kind of has sentimental value to me, and plus it's really full. I'm not going to get rid of all that product, and it's still good because all this foundation is basically airtight. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. All right, down to the last two right here. They're from Milani, and it's the Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I have two shades, 03 light beige and 04 medium beige. 04 has a pink undertone, but it's the shade that I need. And then 03 is a yellow undertone, but it's way too light. So together, these make the perfect foundation shade for me. I don't know what it is about these cake ones. This is like a medium buildable coverage, fullish coverage. It makes me so oily. I don't know why. I love how this smells, by the way. Super floral. Oh my god, I love how it smells. It just smells like spring and summer mixed together. I'm still going to try to work with it. This one's kind of oldish, so I'm trying to hurry up and use these. This one's kind of new. I bought it this year. I don't know why I forgot that this foundation made me oily. I went ahead and bought this one, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use them together because I felt like I loved this foundation. Like some time ago that I was like in love with the Milani Conceal and Perfect, but for whatever reason, my skin just gets really oily with this. So I'm going to keep working with these and trying to like figure them out. I'm going to try to get my money's worth, all right? I know it's a sad foundation declutter that I'm only getting rid of 3. I'm still going to work with them because they still have a lot of product, and I do want to get my money's worth and not just like trash products and that's money down the drain. I feel too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and work with them and just try to get through them as much as I can. I'm glad that I got my collection kind of curated down. NYX made these Pro Foundation Mixer Drops, and this is in the shade Olive. They also have bronze. They have color correcting ones, as well as I think they have a white one. So if you have dark foundations, you can lighten them up and it does not mess up their coverage. It doesn't mess up their consistency. Like, I don't know, this stuff is magic. Definitely recommend that instead of being dumb like me and like buying extra foundations that you don't need. Just get this thing right here, which I don't know why. I must have had a brain fart. They're super affordable. I think they're under like 10 bucks and it saves your life, I swear. I'll link my foundation review playlist down below if you're curious. Go check it out and see which one you're curious about, and you can see how my skin acts with the foundation. And maybe you can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Like if you think that it works for you and maybe it's user error, because sometimes it usually is. Go watch the video and give me some tips, give me some tricks, tell me what I did wrong, all right? Let me know if you've tried any of these foundations. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.